Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to the Hack With Me 2015 Awards Night and Microsoft Reactor Premiere Evening. I am very pleased to be welcoming all of you here today. This event is being simulcast and streamed live across the internet. The heroes and our stars of the night are our hackathon contributors. We have about 10 finalists, a handful of them are here tonight, but this is really all about them, and what we're going to be talking about is the importance of their creativity and welcome them as part of the InView community of creators. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff tonight. I'm going to go quickly through some background. But first, let me welcome our sponsors, the judges. I'll introduce you all a bit later, InView employees, and everybody else that could be here. And if you're out there on the internet listening to this, I know there are quite a few viewing parties where they're looking at this, and especially some of the avatars that you'll see featured in a video. I know they're meeting somewhere having fun watching this. And a quick question, how many of you before tonight, or before this hackathon, had never heard of InView? Okay, so we got a bunch of the employees are not allowed to say that. So we got a bunch of new friends here. You should be sure and introduce yourself because you all come from very different backgrounds with very different interests. I wouldn't call you eclectic, but it's a great collection of people, and make sure you take the time to meet one another. One of those new people we met is one of our sponsors. He hails as part of a small company headquartered in Redmond. I get confused as to exactly what they do, but one thing they do for sure is they built this tremendous facility, and they were super generous in offering it to us, and so don't anybody wreck the place. But just to say welcome, I'd like to introduce Michael Schroeder. He is the evangelist for Microsoft, and this is his purview and lots more. Michael?
Thank you, Stuart. Again, I'm Michael Schroeder. That is my InView avatar. I noticed that it was a bit skinnier than I am in real life. So how many software developers do we have in the audience? Raise your hand for software developer. Okay? This space is for you. Microsoft created a space in San Francisco because we wanted to make a place that we can have a community. What I do in Microsoft is I'm what's called a technical evangelist, or I've given myself. Hello? What I work primarily with is media companies, and help media companies build experiences using our technology. That technology is Windows, that technology is phones, that technology is Azure in the cloud, that technology is Xbox. Who plays Xbox? Kind of fun. Our technology is things from HoloLens to IoT to the technology that I've been working with lately in this little maker lab, 3D printing. We see some really interesting things, intersections with things like 3D printing and what InView is doing today. But what I do is I help inspire, I help help companies create amazing stuff with our technology. And what you see here is you see a bunch of spaces and a bunch of ways this space can be used. I'm actually based here in the Bay Area. Can you go to the next slide, please? Okay. Oh, there. Oops, sorry. And we created this space for a number of different things. We created this as definitely as a community hub for developers. This isn't a marketing space. This isn't a sales space. This isn't a space for tech support, though we do help out in a number of ways. So we will have hackathons here. We'll have, of course, events like this, which is a hackathons award ceremony. We have briefings and meetings here. We also have co-working spaces. So we have spaces where we have companies that are using some of our technology, and they set up shop here. And we have an incubator facility. So what you're seeing in a bunch of incubators in the Valley, we are having an incubator here. We want to help companies that decide to use some of our technology, want to help them succeed. If helping them succeed is by putting together a space that is comfortable for them to work in, and they can get amazing things done and have resources like a 3D printer, like IoT devices, like good Wi-Fi, all these kind of things make this a much better space than working out of a coffee shop. Of course, we'll have developer events. This is where you will come to have developer events to learn about different technologies that we're introducing throughout the year. Meetup groups, so if you are part of a, who has been part of a developer meetup group? Okay. This is a space that if you are in charge of a meetup group, see us and we can help you have it here. The space breaks up into a number of different ways so that we can do large events like this, but also break up into smaller events. We'll also have developer office hours. So where you want to build something on Azure, you want to build something with 3D printing, an IoT device on Windows, on a Windows phone, we will help you do that, and we'll have developers who are here to help you with that. But the thing that I love the best is we make cool stuff here, and we make cool stuff happen here. This is the place where we want you to experiment. This is the place where we want you to build stuff. This is the place where we want you guys to be successful. And what you may be seeing is a changed Microsoft. We have new leadership. We have a new agenda. And I think this is a pretty exciting time to be at Microsoft and to partner with Microsoft. So our Twitter handle, MSFTReactor for the reactor space. And you can, if you want to get involved and work here in any way that we've talked about, there's an email address, thereactor@microsoft.com. And of course, you can see me afterwards throughout this whole event to talk to me. I'll be hanging out doing some 3D printing over here in the Maker Lab, but I'll be here. So I'm Michael. Thank you so much, and excited to have you here today. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, where were we? Yes, sir. Oh, that was fun. Thank you. So my name's Stuart. For a little over a year. I've been in MVU for a little over a year, although I have known the company for 11 years and have known the CEO since he was 17 and the chairman since he was 15. So we go way back. Ironically, they think of me as the adult supervision here. That's me supervising. This particular piece of technology we call 3D stickers. It's yet another thing that we've just announced in the last month, and it's really our answer to emojis. How do you take your avatar and bring it to life and give it the expressiveness and the animation that you can get from a face? And so we're very excited about what we're going to be able to do next with these 3D stickers. So I wanted to talk and thank first the sponsors that have brought us here today. We were very lucky with the help of Lindsay and Mark and a bunch of other folks to get Google, Lean Startup, Google AdMob, Supersonic, Microsoft, most importantly, the Unity folks who've been a key partner. And then we even brought somebody in from an educational bent, Carnegie Mellon University. Nate, one of our teammates, went to their ETC program, and so he was able to convince them to join us. And then the Amazon App Store. So those are our sponsors. These are our judges. And we'll talk a little, Travis, I'll introduce him a little later, and we'll talk more about how we got to this point. But starting in the up left, because he's my boss, is Brett Durrett. Raise your hand, Brett. Well, that was nice. I haven't seen Caitlin here. Is Caitlin here? Okay, well, that's too bad. Spencer, I haven't seen Spencer here. Anyway, we got all their votes and their, everything else. But Carl Rosendahl is here. If you don't know who Carl is, Carl, I have known for a very long time. I think of him as the godfather of computer-generated imagery. If you remember Ants and then later Shrek and a whole bunch of other movies, he was the co-founder of PDI that was eventually became part of DreamWorks. He then became a VC, one of the good ones, of which there aren't a lot, but, and now he's a professor at Carnegie Mellon. Adam Ben David, I know, is here from Supersonic. He is our mobile offer wall provider. If you know what that is, they do it very well. David, I have not seen here. Okay. He is not here. Okay. And I was going to say, save last for not least, but Neon Hitch way in the back. Raise your hand, Neon. You're going to be hearing more from Neon a little later, but she is a darling of our community with a huge fan base. She is a world-renowned singer-songwriter, and we're very pleased to have her here. You're going to see some material that nobody else has seen before. You're going to see her perform a song nobody's seen. Well, maybe some people have seen. So it's very exciting, and we'll get to her in a bit. Amy Jo, AJ, I have known for a long time as well. If you know, I know her from Sims and eBay and Guitar Hero. Anyway, she's probably the leading thinker on game design and the next steps in game design. She's generously offered a seminar on getting to alpha, so she's got a fabulous mind, and we're lucky to have her here. Peter was not able to be here. His wife got suddenly surprised and something's happening, but he couldn't be here with us. So a big round of applause for our judges. They've already done all their work. The votes are in, the big checks are printed, and all that's left is to try and explain to you what we're up to here. So this is also me. So I thought I would go back and try and explain how InView got where we are, and certainly how I got where we are. This is me right before I started Electronic Arts. And I was one of the first employees there and spent the next 12 years working there. There's a lot about EA that I'm sure you all know, but there's probably one idea that you don't know. And that was, if any of you saw this original ad, it came out in the June of '83, where we announced our mission. And our mission was to make software worthy of the minds that use it and to partner with independent talent. So the basic idea of the software artist, as we defined it, was that software doesn't get made in big companies. Forget this big one here, but the entertainment software, the process of creating it is more like books and music. It's small teams, focused, highly concentrated, and the mission of Electronic Arts was to build a company around this independent talent, provide marketing, distribution, technology, everything they needed to be successful. You can Google this. The words are great. It probably means more to me. It's 30 years old. But it was really all about how do we make the independent developer as productive as they can be. And this is my favorite. Join us, we see farther. So it was a big mission. It was a big mission for us. This is one of the first guys I worked with. Will Harvey was age 15. I produced his music game and ended up, we got him into a Time magazine. He sold 1 million units. He got a Ferrari. There's Ray Toby. I don't know how the photographer got him under the table. We were introduced to him by Woz, who was on the board at the time, and all I got was a card from Woz that said, "Holy shit, talk to Ray." So for those of you at InView who know that that is the measure I use to tell whether something's really good, is if somebody says, "Holy shit." That's where it first started with Ray's Skyfox. So the big idea here is that working with independent talent is really where InView began. And today there are 100,000 creators who create 2D and 3D, do 2D and 3D work, animation. They create all the objects. There are 20 million plus objects. These 100,000 people create 10,000 objects a day. So it's a very, very active and vibrant marketplace. And all of it is really about giving people an opportunity to connect with one another. It's a 3D environment. You buy clothes, you socialize, you connect, you make friends. And so that's really the fundamental piece of it. It's really about connecting with friends. Pardon me. So let me just go into a little more background of the company. Founded in 2004. How many of you read The Lean Startup and know that InView was the company? So the founding VP of engineering, Eric Ries, wrote about his experience there. Just coincidentally, this particular effort, the API, started about 6 months ago. We decided to do a hackathon about 3 months ago. So I still think we got that lean startup thing happening. So way to go. We're still moving at I think, quite a speed. We have 3 million monthly active users, and we have the world's largest catalog of user-generated content, 20 million of them. And so that's really, the creator program really consists of these 100,000 people. It's a very vibrant marketplace. The customers love their avatars and they spend money on it. And as a result, the economy is flourishing. And when the creators sell content, they get paid. And there are plenty of them that do this for a living or have created companies or loosely organized companies. So the first thing we had to do was take the product that we currently had, which was a downloadable client, and we needed to go where everybody else is, which meant we had to go to a browser in case you were not at a place where you could download to your computer, and then finally we had to go to native iOS and Android, since mobile. So we now have 3 products. The plan, of course, is to have the ability to access your InView experience on the appropriate device. So then the challenge became, how do we create more fun stuff to do? And it was really out of that sort of conversation that we came to the understanding that there were several problems we were trying to solve. The first one, we wanted more stuff for our current community, stuff for them to do. For our creators, we wanted to expand the program and blow some all new fresh air into this, add developers and so forth into the mix, have new products and new energy created. And for us as a company, this gave us a way to get a lot of content without having to hire employees. We had the entire world to draw upon. And then finally, for the independent developer, many of whom, when we started talking to the Unity folks, they told us, we love your avatars, how can I get them in the game? So that's really where we started working with Unity. We did a rather careful analysis of who we should be partnering with, and Unity very quickly bubbled to the top. And we announced our relationship a month ago at Unite Boston, a big conference there. And John Riccatello, former CEO of EA, now CEO of Unity, talked about democratizing. And so that's really, for us, is really the key idea. We're taking the same idea that EA had, we're extending the idea that InView had, and we're integrating it with what Unity has. And so out of that, we've created this awesome partnership that has allowed us to get as far as we have. So why did we do a hackathon? Well, in very short order, we had a platform. Well, if any of you pay attention to this sort of thing, companies that have platforms spend a lot of money in order to get people to use them. Well, throwing money at people is not the way we do things at InView. And so it's really out of that, and Nate, where did Nate go? Nate came to me with what at the time seemed like a weird idea. And then he introduced me to a guy, and that seemed even weirder. And then we started to talk about it, and it was really the Nate and Travis combo that got us to the hackathon, and that's really how we got to where we are today. So you're going to be seeing a bunch of the results of that hackathon. We hope that those of you who are listening in out on the interweb are going to go to developer.imview.com and check it out. And if you want to join us and help participate, the hackathon really for us has a lot of advantages. One, it's really about democracy. It's really anybody can enter anywhere in the world, and we got entries from almost every time zone. And then of course the other part is that the barriers, all you needed was a computer and a Unity license. And then finally, we wanted to give them enough time. So this was over a 4-week period. So everybody we're working with, the stuff you're going to see, it's about a month's elapsed time. Nobody spent full time doing it. But what we're going to be able to do then is we're going to spend the next month with these finalists, polish them, and then sometime in November you're going to see them on the main service, the imview.com, the next product. And you'll be able to see the results of all this. Sorry. Well, thank you very much for the applause. Here's who I should really be applauding. This, it's really hard to tell. This was a major production for this company, and I have produced a lot of things, done a lot of things. This team that helped, that we all work together is a very impressive group of people. A level of professionalism, a commitment to quality, and a tenacity that has really been quite surprising. So I just wanted to introduce a couple people. Please stand, and you can applaud if you want, or save it to the end. But certainly Nate Levin and Mark Galvin, they're both producers in my group. Nate was really the spearhead of this whole idea. Out of that, we couldn't have done it, of course, without the engineering group. I see Ryan and Ken, and I see even Bill. I see Michael down there. I see Joe, I know is somewhere here. These guys put together an incredible effort. A couple of the guys aren't here. Are they still working, maybe? Or I don't know. Obviously we couldn't have done, and really we came from a dead start sometime in late Q1 to be where we are today. The marketing team, Lindsay, and all the people that support her, Varsha. Lindsay is just awesome with the press. She's helped you, she's really awesome. I don't know what else to say. And the rest of the marketing team, Catherine, and somebody raise your hand. You're all kind of, anyway. The art team, Todd's folks, all the imagery, these animations, that sort of stuff, were really fabulous and super impressive. And finally, it's those three guys in the back, Tom, Dan, and Matt. Man, you guys are awesome. We have enough gear that we brought in here that we could really do an off-Broadway production, and it very well may be what we're going to do next. But thank you very much. You know, I mean, think about it. We're streaming live. We're doing a whole bunch of other stuff. These guys are super smart, and I'm fortunate to work with such a talented, committed, and devoted team. And I love the work you're doing, and I can hardly wait to see what's next. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the leading thinker in the hackerdom world, the guy who's produced more hackathons than anyone else, has worked with South by Southwest, Outside Lands, the Super Bowl, Bonnaroo, it just goes on and on. I would like to introduce you to Travis Laurendine, my brother from another mother. Make it happen.
All right. Stuart's part of the Good Hair crew, circa 30 years ago. Thanks, everybody, for coming. My name is Travis Laurendine. My first hackathon I ever did was the Super Bowl. The last hackathon I just did was MIT's Hacking Arts. In between then, I've done a whole bunch of things. And when I met Nate, and we were just not even talking technology, he leaked to me that ImView, and I love this avatar of his, but he leaked to me that ImView was about to go and unleash on the developer community their avatar catalog. And these kind of things excite me. I'm all about being in with the hottest new APIs that are coming out. I've had the privilege of helping launch Beats Music's API, as well as Warner Music Group's API. And so to come and do something in the game world and the avatar world was really exciting for me. So I really appreciate the opportunity. Thanks, Stuart. Thanks, Nate. Thanks, Brett. Thanks to the entire team for having me. Thanks for making this avatar. I need a 3D model of that printed. And now it looks like we're going to go and move into our finalists. And so one of the cool things about this is, since this was a virtual hackathon, we had entrants from all around the world. And I guess we're going to start with the first one. The finalists. We're going to start with Harley Archibald from Augusta, Georgia, with Explodabur. Explodabur is a medieval stealth action game using your avatars. And here we go. Here's Explodabur. All right, our next team from Mexico, Spain, Chile, and Argentina, pieced together from all over the world. Eduardo's here. Why don't you stand up, Eduardo? Everybody give it up for Eduardo. Flew in from Mexico City, been developing games since he was 12 years old. And let's check out Out of My Way by Exagames.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is a whole new experience for your Rainbow avatar. Would you like to compete with up to 4 players in crazy races, in real time, picking up power-ups and smashing your opponents?
Its development has taken place from scratch at the time of joining the virtual hackathon. All the content, from code to the graphic art to music, are a 3 weeks result from our hard-working team.
Now you can compete with your friends in multiplayer races, using items to slow them down, another take drinking energy drinks, or against yourself in the time attack mode to get the best time possible. This is Out of My Way, available in Google Play and the iTunes App Store. The product is finished and is fully playable from the time of delivery.
Gotta love the custom music, going all out. Where was the musician from? From Spain. Gotta love it. Music from Spain, programming from all around the world. All right, next we have Christian Osinger from Austria with Dance Off. I love this one. MC Hammer. All right. We've got Xavier here. Xavier Moore, why don't you stand up? Came all the way in from Clearwater, Florida. This game is Miss Enigma. It's a beauty pageant. Check it out. All right, next we've got Iman Hinman from Canada, Ottawa, with Mission Liberty, which is an escape from a spaceship that is about to blow up. Let's check it out. All right, next we've got Callie Wick with Fashion Foo from Redwood City, which is Fashion Foo chooses 5 outfits and turns it into a game. Gotta love it. All right, next we've got Yosin Chang, who is here. Stand up, Yosin. Everybody give Yosin a round of applause. IMView Photo Reel, which you might have seen in the demo over here on the side, lets you bring your avatar into the real world.
IMVU Photoreel is a fun 3D augmented reality app that lets you take your IMVU avatar into the real world so that you can hold your virtual self in the palm of your hand and take awesome photos that post right to your IMVU feed. Find the surface you want to place your avatar on. Can't find which surface? The Photoreel Finder daemon gives you random ideas of surfaces, like this funky business card. Place your device parallel to the surface. When the A-Reality 3D meter reads blue or green, select the Yes button to capture the surface you'd like your avatar to stand on, or have their back against. Our avatar is currently standing on the wall. The button on the top left-hand corner lets us rotate the avatar to stand against the wall. We can go into tracking mode again to find a new surface to put stuff on, and a pose to set the scene. We can then select a classic Instagram filter to set the mood. And once we have the right angle for the perfect shot, we can post to IMVU.
All right, next we've got Mark from Berlin with Hazard Runners. This is the one where you're racing to leave an exploding space station. Check it out. Next, we've got Inside Art, a team led by Marcelo out of Boston. They were part of the MIT Hacking Arts Hackathon, and it allows you to experience traditional art in a 3D immersive environment. American Gothic. Next, we got Ryan, who's here from Boise. One of Idaho's top developers, been developing since he was 7 years old. And his company is called In Your Face Games, and here's VR Rooms.
This is my entry for Hack With Me VR chat room for IMV's VR version of Rooms. So when you sign in, it takes you to a lobby area where you could select from friends, and it's showing me everybody who's online. And so I can select someone to chat with, or somebody can select to chat with me. I'm gonna ask someone if they want to chat with me. The chat request, and if they approve it, you'll both log into VR. Voice over IP is being used. Flip this right into your Google Cardboard, and here you go. So you can see we are, you can look down, and this is my IMVU character. And so when I turn, my IMVU character's turning and moving his feet too.
Because I want to talk with somebody, go ahead and get up close to them here.
Time to get social in VR. Thanks for watching. Download it, try it out, and get your phone, your cardboard, and get online with IMVU and start socializing.
Hey, Nate, I want to get Nate up here. We're about to play something, a really great piece of new content. I see this as being something really interesting for the music world, but I'm going to let Nate explain it a little bit more and explain the level of Russian dolls that's happening in the virtual world right now. Everybody give it up for Nate.
Wow, all this applause I didn't expect tonight. Thank you, everybody. Well, yeah, we're really excited to debut for you something really special that a member of our community was able to make for us in a very actually short amount of time. Papa Joe, who's watching right now, and he's actually watching in one of the rooms in the video that you're going to see with a bunch of the other people that are starring in it. So you're going to see 25 real people starring in a debut music video of a remix of one of Neon's hit songs called Sparks. So we're very excited that he was able to do this for us, and we're going to premiere it for you right now.
We are, hey. Light flickers on, and my eyes won't weak your light. In the dark, I feel you flame. In the shadows, we are golden. Oh, I love you till death do us part. Oh, I with the very last beat in my heart. Oh, I love you till death do us part. Oh, I with the very last beat in my heart. 'Cause we are like sparks. We are alive. Can't wait no longer. 'Cause we are like sparks. We are alive. Can't wait no longer. We are like sparks. Stars hold the plan. I never knew we'd have the night. Take my hand and show me how. Can you feel my skin is warm? I love you till death do us part. Oh, I with the very last beat of my heart. Oh, I love you till death do us part. Oh, I with the very last beat of my heart. 'Cause we are like sparks. We are alive. Can't wait no longer. 'Cause we are like sparks. Light flickers on, and my eyes won't weak your light. In the dark, I feel you flame. In the shadows, we are golden. We are like stars. 'Cause we are like stars. Cause we are like stars. We are alive. Can't wait no longer. 'Cause we are like stars. We are alive. Can't wait no longer. 'Cause we are like stars. Cause we are like stars.
How was that? What do y'all think? Pretty amazing, right? I think it's pretty amazing that they can get all these actual real people to be in there choreographed dancing. I think this is going to be a new thing for the music industry. But we have a very special guest. We have Neon Hitch here. Neon Hitch has won multiple awards throughout her career. She's had several Billboard #1s. Recently has a new song with Busta Rhymes, B.O.B. and Cash Cash called Devil, that you can find on Spotify or wherever. And she recently got involved in the tech community at South by Southwest. Her and Michael from Microsoft collaborated to create an API in her own voice. It was the first API ever written in her own voice. Great idea, Michael. Way to make that happen. And she's been involved in the tech community ever since. So since Neon's fans are so big in this community, we thought that it'd be a special treat to bring her here today from Los Angeles. So without further ado, I'd like to bring all the way from England via LA, Neon Hitch.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. Let's turn it up, yeah. Let's get this party started. Come from a faraway land where strangers hold your hand under the stars in horse and carts. We made the earth our bed. They said that we're misled, but they don't know. We gotta feel where love grows. And we are broken, but we're fucking beautiful. We got no money, but everything is alright, alright. We don't need money to feel alright, 'cause we got freedom. We've got freedom, yeah, yeah. 'Cause we've got freedom. We've got freedom. I sailed across the sea, Stonehenge, New Delhi, looking for ya, California. You'll never be alone. We found a place to go home, called together, but nothing lasts forever. We are broken, but we're fucking beautiful. We got no money, but everything is alright, alright. We don't need money to feel alright, 'cause we got freedom. We got, yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause we've got freedom. Hey. We've got We've got freedom. We got freedom. We've got freedom. Thank you so much. Big up to InView and Microsoft and everybody here. It's really interesting and fun to be here in the whole like tech scene. Like I come from another planet, literally. I grew up in a bus in the woods, you know, we didn't even have electricity, so to be here today is great. And what I love most is, you know, technology is all about the youth of tomorrow, you know? And like little Bella here, Bella, come here. I would like to introduce you to somebody. Come on, Bella. First of all, she has the coolest t-shirt. Bella is a singer. She is the youth of tomorrow, and I think technology is so helpful for this whole movement, you know? You want to say hello? Hi. Bella, tell me about your t-shirt. I don't really know. She's so shy, but she's so cute, and she has the voice of an angel. Anyway, she is the youth of tomorrow. We are so happy to be here. Thank you so much. Freedom.
Everybody, give it up for Neon Hitch. Give it up for Neon Hitch. Now we got stage props. Okay. Stuart, are you coming up here? I think you are, because now it's the time for the awards. So, I'm going to bring Stuart back up here for the awards presentation. And we're going to start. Yeah, you be the down guy. All right. So, we're going to give special recognition awards. You get featured on InView's website. You get mentorship from InView from the entire team. You get a Pro Unity license, and you get a Google Cardboard. Give it up for those prizes. And the winners are... The special recognition awards goes to Miss Enigma pageant. Miss Enigma, Xavier, you want to come on up? Everybody give it up for Xavier Moore. We've got Out of My Way. Everybody give it up for Eduardo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We've got InView Hazard Runners. Clap them up, clap them up.
I'm going to accept on the behalf of Hazard Runners, so thank you.
Next, we've got Dance Off. Dance Off. We're going to have someone accept on their behalf. Okay. All right. We've got Explodabur. Explodabur. I will accept on behalf of Explodabur. Thank you. Thank you. Mission Liberty VR. Lindsay will accept on their behalf. Clappy clap. Hopefully they're watching online. Congratulations. And Inside Arts. So let's give it up for our special recognition awards. All right, next, we've got our People's Choice Award. People's Choice Award comes with everything else plus $2,500. US dollars. And the award goes to Dance Off with Christian Ozinger. Accepting their award will be Nate or Lindsay.
Unfortunately, a lot of our developers are from far and wide. We're a global brand, and so a lot of them could not attend the evening tonight, and so I'll be accepting on their behalf. But we do have a few of our winners that are here tonight, so thank you so much for making the effort to be here. We love what you've done, and we really appreciate it, so thank you.
All right, now we're going to get into the third place award. Which also includes a Lean Startup Gold Conference Pass and an Amazon Fire TV in addition to the other awards. And the winner is Fashion FU. Fashion Foo. Fashion Foo. Accepting the award is Mark Alvin.
On behalf of Kalawek, who can't be here, he had a family issue. He's a local developer we're working with, and we're proud he made it into the finalists, and proud even more that he made third place. Kala, this for you.
All right. Now for second place. which includes $5,000. And the winner is Ryan from In Your Face Games. Come on up here, Ryan. We got the big check. We got the big check. The big check. Congratulations. Give it up for Ryan. Been developing games since he was 7 years old. Runs the game developers groups in Idaho. Congrats, Ryan. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the prize for $10,000, plus all of the above, plus mentorship, for a really, really incredible app that I just thought was just above and beyond amazing because of the concept, but also the execution. And the winner is, drumroll, Yosin Chang with Photoreel. Yosin, get on up here. Hey now, she's got the big check. Give it up for Yosin. Say a couple words.
Thanks.
2 words.
Thank you.
Everybody give it up for Yosin. I'm somehow out of presentation. All right, well, that will wrap our event for the night. We have a DJ who's going to come perform in a second. Stuart, you want to come and wrap things up with me up here? We have more people to thank. I want to thank the team that I worked with, especially Nate, especially Mark, especially Lindsay, especially Stuart. Brett, you want to come on up? All right, everybody. Brett, CEO of InView. Thank you, Brett, for having us. And here he is.
So wow, so this is a pretty big event for us. We don't typically do these types of things. And a few people on their way over were asking, is there going to be this there? Is there going to be this there? And I have to say, my understanding of what was going to happen here took about 30 seconds of my time because I got a couple of emails saying we need approval on this or we need approval on that. And everything else happened because we have such amazing people working at the company and we have such amazing people in our community. And so I showed up and I'm like, wow, this is an incredible production. I literally just I flew in from LA this afternoon from a Hollywood conference, and like the video and everything else here is just far better than what I was like looking at a Hollywood conference. And this is because of an amazing team that like basically brought up all sorts of equipment and scavenged it from houses. And if you go home and your video equipment's missing, we're sorry, but we needed it. And did an amazing job. Also on the marketing side, pulling all the sponsors together. When I saw the list of people that were involved in this, I was pretty impressed and amazed to be involved with such great sponsors. So thanks to the sponsors that are here with us and that have helped make this possible. A lot of work that came from the engineering team that's been working on this for several months to make the API available, making sure that we could actually start unlocking all of our assets and getting out to the creators. And then really for the people that have responded to say like, I want to create something in the community. This is just the start. The way I'm looking at this for a lot of our creators is you're getting in on a ground floor of like when we first started, when those that weren't at the company for a long, long time ago, we just had a couple of creators building pants and shirts in the catalog, and those are the people today that have their businesses because of the products that they're building. And I look at the interactive experiences that we're going to have are going to be the things that our customers love, that they're paying for, and we'll continue to sort of build on the ecosystem where the people that are building all the textures and the 3D objects will be working to build really, really great applications that people love, and then the application developers will also be benefiting from it and hopefully have very, very real businesses from it. As I always do, I'm sure I'm missing at least a couple of people in the thank yous, but I just wanted to let you know that it's amazing to be working with such talented people that made this possible, and I wish I had done more than just click a couple of check boxes in NetSuite this morning. It was amazing to see all this happen. And by the way, thanks to Neon Hitch, which is the first time I've seen perform and was amazing, so thank you. So. And thank you to Stuart. So, who I forgot has driven a tremendous amount of this effort and who didn't kill me when he met me when he was 17. So, or when I was 17.
Thank you, Brett. The only thing I want to say, actually, in passing, aside from how much I love the people I get to work with, the fact that I worked with a lot of 15 and 17-year-old boys, I think we have to clear the air. That's where the talent was. And my 12-year career at EA included a lot of adults like Neil Stevenson and Chuck Yeager and Michael Jordan and lots of other fun people. So this has been really a lot of fun. I'm exhausted. I'm about ready to fall over. But I can't tell you how happy and excited I am. We've got the puck out on the ice. This is not only a level playing field, the playing field has no players on it yet. These folks here are building the first apps that are going to appear on our apps page in November. It is going to be a snowball. You people out there on the interweb, send us your stuff, connect with us. We're dying to see the cool, weird stuff that you want to make, because that's what we're all about. So thank you. What? And now let's just entertain ourselves and possibly misbehave. That's up to you. Thank you very much.